was doing better alone, but when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone, but when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart?
Hey everyone, it's me, Sheila Watko. Today's quar routine is Dua Lipa Break My Heart, which just released, I think, yesterday? 2 days ago. Released 2 days ago, this video. And Physical had a dance routine in it, which was really short but really fun. And this one has a dance routine and it's also really fun, but it's even longer. So this is a little bit more of a challenge, but we're all stuck inside anyway. Hopefully you're doing social distancing. Very important to stay inside. I've gotten a lot of comments in the last week or week and a half about people who are watching my old dance tutorials during quarantine, especially, it looks like the High School Musical ones, especially after my favorite girl, Ashley Tisdale, posted herself doing We're All in This Together. That one has gotten a ton more hits and a ton of recent comments, which made me laugh. So I thought, I've got nothing better to do. I've been sitting on my couch watching Sex Education and Tiger King and reading some books, which is great, but I need a little bit of exercise. So what better way to get some exercise, get moving, and kill some time in quarantine than learning a new dance and bringing it to you guys so you can learn it right in the comfort of your own home. So let's get started. Dua Lipa, Break My Heart. We're gonna start with I Should Have Stayed at Home. So you're gonna stand with your arms down and your feet together. Very stoic in the beginning. I should have stayed, right foot steps out, at, your hands just come to your chest, and then home, your hands are going from your chest and making a little wave up like this. And you can kind of lean forward on that. So I should have stayed at home. Good. Because I was doing better alone. You're gonna lean your weight onto that right foot. So your right foot already stepped out, now you're just gonna lean onto that right hip, and your hands are out, and they're gonna point your fingers up, your index fingers, and they're gonna come in a little bit, so your elbows are a bit bent, and they're gonna circle counterclockwise twice and end here on your right side. So let's do the arms first, because the legs are really easy. Circle, circle, you're actually gonna do it 2 3/4 times. And on the last time, they kind of end on your clock. If you're in front of you is a clock, they're gonna end at 3 and just stay there. So it goes, because I was doing better alone. Again, that's a counterclockwise movement. And your hips are leaning and just doing small little bounces. 3 bounces for each circle. So, because I was doing better alone. Good. It's a little confusing. It takes a minute, took a minute for me to get it, the coordination. Let's try that from the top, just because already it's a little bit challenging. I should have stayed at home, because I was doing better alone. Good. This part's a lot easier. But when you said hello, everything comes together, right hand goes up around your mouth, left hand goes up around your mouth. So that's say hello. So this is fun. So your legs were just together, and now your right knee crosses a little bit in front of your left knee, and you lean onto that left hip, and your hands come across your face. So, but when you said hello, I knew, hands on your hips, easy, it was the end of it all. 2 little hip bounces. So that part is, but when you said hello, so right, left, right knee in front, hands on hips, I knew it was the end of it all. Good. Let's add that to the top. We're gonna do a lot of adding and building onto this dance because it's just a lot. I should have stayed at home, because I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. Good. Good job. Want to try that with music? Let's try that with music. We'll take this one real slow. I should have stayed at home. Now we're going to pick it up a bit. We pose like this. We just did 2 little bounces. And now you're stepping onto that right foot and you're stepping forward. Hands stay on your hips. I should have stayed at home. So what you're doing with your feet, let me move the camera down so you can see. I upgraded from last time. Last time this camera was balancing on like a stack of pillows and books, and it was very precarious. But now I found a nice little tripod in my closet, so we're using that. You're stepping onto your right foot and kind of just scooping your right hip twice. So it's 2 steps with your right foot. Your left foot does not leave the ground, but you are taking 2 different steps with your right, and you're just stepping in place on the second one. So you're gonna step forward, and your body's turning to face your left side for this whole move. I should have stayed at, step again, home, okay? So that's, I should have stayed at home. So you're stepping right scoop, right scoop. I tap my left heel between them just to keep the beat a little bit more. You don't have to do that if that confuses you. It helps me, so if it helps you, you should do that as well. If it does not, don't do it. Just focus on those 2 right steps. But since they're a little slow, I just tap my left heel just to keep the time. So I do like, I should have stayed, tap, home. So if that makes sense, don't worry about it. If it doesn't, I don't want to confuse you because it's already a little bit confusing in the stance. All right, so we're going back to the normal view of camera. That's not it. Better. I should have stayed at home. Now you're gonna turn to your right. So make a full 90-degree turn. And it's just a turn. So your right foot's forward, you can just step it behind. So your right foot is going from the front all the way to the back, just to turn your body around. I should have stayed at home, because now, that's the turn, your hands stay in your hips. There ain't no, it's just your body staying still, facing your right. Your left arm's on top, right arm's in the bottom, and just cross them as far as you can, like you're giving yourself a big hug. And the words are, because now there ain't no letting you go, and you just stay there. So that looks like, I should have stayed at home, because now there ain't no letting you go. Okay? And then, am I falling in love with the? So your arms are crossed, you're just gonna bring them back. So uncross them first, and make them slow, spread across your chest. And then they can go down your body onto your legs, and do a little body roll with that if you can. So, because now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the? Let's add that on from the 2 little hip moves, okay? So we did hip, hip. I should have scoop, scoop, turn, hug. Am I falling in love with the? Good? And then we'll add a move, then we'll do it from the top. So we just did falling in love with the. On 1, turn your body to face the front, and your hands are actually making a little 1. I see this as a little heart that we're making, like an almost full heart, but not quite. 1, and just bring your hands, making 1s together in front of you, and your feet are together. 1, that, nice and easy. So like I said, it's almost like a heart shape. Your hands are just going out, but not all the way to the bottom. You don't have to make a heart. 1, that, could, good. Break, right arm comes across your chest in a fist. My left arm does the same. Heart, you just kind of push your body forward. So a side view, you go like this and you go. Just push your body forward a little bit, and your head doesn't go all the way back, but a little bit back. So that is break my heart. Side view, so you know what your body is doing. Let me stand in front of the fridge so you get the outline of my body. Break my heart. Let's try that slow from the little step with the scoop, okay? I should have stayed at home, because now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the 1 that could break my heart? If anything, I'm slightly putting my weight on my left hip. If you want to do it equal weight forward and not think about that, that's fine. I put my weight on my left because the next move we're going to switch our weight to the right. I find that easier. If you're a super beginner, don't worry about that. If you're not, it's going to help you a little bit just to switch your weight if you put your weight slightly on that left hip. Let's try that slow from the top without music. I should have stayed at home because I was doing better alone, but when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I would have stayed at home because now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the 1 that could break my heart? So that part's not hard, but it's a little bit quick. because there's one move for each word basically. So falling in love with the one that could break my heart. Good. Let's try that from the top with music. Really, really good job, guys. And guess what? That's half the dance. So you're halfway done. Let's move on. So we just did, what did we just do? Break my heart. You can do that equal weight on both hips. I like to put a little bit on my left hip because now we're gonna put the weight on our right hip. So I feel bad. I feel like it's hard to see with my door in the background and my black leggings. If I move this, I think you can maybe see what my hips are doing a little bit more. Yes, okay, we're gonna keep that there. My cute little chair. My mom got that for me years ago. Okay. Break my heart. Oh no, hip. So we're doing 2 right hips. That's why I like my weight a little bit on my left or equal. Now you're gonna lean onto your right hip and do another slow one. So the first one's pretty fast and then the second one's slower. And you'll hear this in the music. And you were doing this. Now you're gonna drop those arms on the first hip and drop your head to the right. And then bring your head up when you bring your hip up, and do it again when you drop your right hip down. That's confusing to explain, but pretty easy to do. The one that could break my heart. Oh no. Again. The hip is on oh no beat. I really like that move. Am I my favorite part of the song? No, it's not. My favorite part's coming. There's a really good part. Okay, so the one that could break my heart. Oh no. Here's my favorite part. Your hip is gonna end up just switching from weight on your right, and you can see that weight is heavily on your right. You're really leaning there. It's like a little pose. And you're gonna end up on the other hip, and your hands are gonna do little pointer fingers across, because I was doing better alone. And you just do that across your body from the left to the right, because I was doing better alone. And I believe it ends with the right hand going last. That right hand moves last, but don't worry about that if you're not worrying about that, because I was doing better alone, and your hips are just slowly moving from right to left. That's my favorite part. So those 2 moves in a row are really my favorite part of the whole dance. So we did break my heart. Oh no, because I was doing better alone. But when you, so you're posed like this, you're gonna move that right leg to join your left, put your left hand on your hip and your right hand out. But when you said hello, this is 4 taps easy. Your hips go left, right, left, right. Your hand matches that. Your hand's gonna tap your left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. Let's do that from break my heart. Break my heart, oh no, because I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, good. This, for me, is the hardest part of the dance. It's really not that hard, but for some reason, it took me so long to learn. I was pausing and going frame by frame to see what the heck she's exactly doing. So I don't know if I have it right, but we're just gonna go with it because it works. It fits the timing, and we're just gonna fake it a little bit. This next step, for some reason, is my hardest part of the dance. I just struggled with it a lot. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm doing it right still. But guess what? It works with the timing, and I think it's pretty close. So this is what we're going with right now, because I was going frame by frame to try to learn this darn move, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. So we're gonna let's do the legs first. It looks like this. When you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. Actually, I think that is right. I'm pretty sure that's right, but either way, this is what I'm teaching you, so I'm sorry if it's wrong. It's a little complicated just to put it together, so we're gonna do it separately. We're gonna start with our legs. So your legs were together for this, and they ended with your weight a little bit on your right hip. So you're gonna step on your left, just slightly. You're not a big step right now. Just stepping out from that right leaning pose with your knees locked together. So step left, and then you're gonna do a step right and lean back on it, lean back on that hip, and just pop your left knee up. It's a slow movement, relatively slow for the song, but you're gonna do left, right, pop your knee. And pop your knee is also leaning on your hip at the same time. So left step, right back step, pop, / lean. So let me show you that from the side. I'm gonna put my hands up here so they're not distracting. I'm gonna do left, right, back. Almost like a body roll that you're landing, but not quite. If you need to do that to make it easier, feel free to do that. The left step that you're taking is small, but that right step is bigger. Because the left step, you wanna just break out of that knee together locking position. So you're gonna step left, but the right step, you do wanna step back so you can sit on that hip. Left, step back on your right, sit back on the right. And when you do that, your knee is just gonna naturally pop out on the left side. So that's what you're doing. I knew it was the end of it all. So that's the speed we're doing. I knew it was the end of it all. I knew, left step, it was, right step, the end of it all. Sit back and pop that left knee. Again, I'll show you from the side so you can see what you're doing. I knew it was the end of it all. Okay, it's not that bad. And we gotta add the arms, which is the problematic part. I know the feet are right. The arms are the part that I'm a little sketchy on. So what you're gonna do is, they were like this. You're gonna put your right hand on your left thigh and put the left hand over it. Good. Now, they're gonna come across your body. So right now they're on your left side. They're gonna make your way to the right side, but they're not gonna stay low. They're gonna come up high and come to the right. As they do that, you wanna, oh, how do I even explain this? Okay, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, so the left hand is on top. As you bring that back, what you're doing is just basically bending your arms and lifting them up a little bit. So naturally now the right hand is in front, see? And then you're gonna break out of that by bringing the left and the right to face each other and keep going as if you're doing a little spin, but you're not really doing a little spin. You can do a spin if that helps you. If this helps you, go for it. Why the heck not? But you're bringing those arms, bending them, bring them up kind of to face level. Bring them to face each other, and then almost like as if you're doing this, like touching the opposite inside of the wrist. And then just break them and bring them down. That's so confusing to explain. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to even explain it better. Left arm is on top, right arm's in front. Spin a little bit, break. That's what we're going with. I'm sorry if that's confusing. Do whatever you need to do. The first few times I was like, what the heck am I doing? And then I kind of figured it out I just did this again and again. And I did it with the words. I just kept saying, I knew it was the end of it all. I knew it was the end of it all. I knew it was the end of it all. Yeah, so you're going counterclockwise. When you get to midnight, they kind of do a little spin and break. But now we have to add it on with the legs. So when you step left, that's when you're putting your hands on your thigh, right? And you have the whole rest of the time to break that circle, and when your arms come down, that's when you're leaning back and sitting on your right hip with your left knee popping up. I'm spending so long explaining this part. You guys are probably like, yeah, we know, we get it. And I'm just struggling, so I'm sorry if this is taking too long to explain this. It just gave me trouble, so in case it gives you trouble, I wanna help the best I can, as many confusing ways as I can. Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Is that the words? Nope. I knew it was the end of it all. Good. I knew it was the end of it all. Let's try it from the side so you can see what your legs are doing. I knew it was the end of it all. Okay, good. We're gonna move on from there. The next part, thankfully, so easy. So we did. I knew it was the end of it all. So your weight is on that right hip in the back. The left knee is popped a little. Now you're just gonna take 4 slow steps forward. Left, so you're coming out of that, your weight's on your right and you're putting it on your left. Left, right, left, right. And those steps are kind of like slow and crossing in front of each other. They're not steps like this. They're cross, cross, cross. A little bit of hip in there. Because it's Dua Lipa. She's a little sexy, so we're gonna get a little sexy with it. It's not even sexy, I'm in a Spider-Man shirt. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, because now there ain't no letting you go. So easy, guys. You get a little break, a reward for learning this part. Stayed at home, only 2 steps. So now there ain't no letting you go, also only 2 steps. Let's do it for Break My Heart. break my heart. Oh no, 'cause I was doing better alone, but when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. Good. Gonna learn the last steps. So your right foot's in front, and you're just gonna step back onto the left foot and start a body roll. I ended up moving forward, so now I'm closer to the camera. I'm gonna move back so you can see what my body's doing. So we did left, right, am I falling? So you're gonna do a body roll and come out of that. Your right foot's a little bit in front of your left from walking. You're just gonna step out of that onto your left. Am I falling? And do another one, in love with the. And you're gonna do 2 pounds on your chest with your right arm. So falling in love with the. It's on love and with. And it's on the beats and the music too. You'll hear that with the words. Am I falling in love with the? On 1, your hands here, it's gonna stay in a fist and go over your head and back onto the right side of your body. As you do that, you're gonna shift your weight onto your right leg and turn your body to face the left more. Not totally, but 45 degrees, kind of like we're doing here. We're not totally facing left, but we're like a 45-degree angle. We'll do our walks, left, right, Am I falling in beat, the one that could, good. Now we're just gonna go break my, kind of like we did before, but now it's a little more graceful, not these fists that are so sharp. You're gonna actually touch your shoulders. I was gonna say your elbows, your shoulders. You're gonna actually touch your shoulders. So break my, and you're facing the left. Heart, bring them across and face forward. And now you're just gonna sit onto that left hip and drop your hands. And that's the end. So that looks like, am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Boom. It's not on the word heart. On heart, you're still uncrossing your hands across your chest. And then you sit on your left hip. Your right knee is naturally going to pop out, and just bring your arms to the side. And you can kind of put your head down a little bit to the left. And guess what? That's the end. Great job. I know it's a little complicated. Let's try that part from Break My Heart. Oh no, that part. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, because I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, because now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart down? Good job. Now let's do that same part from Break My Heart. Let's do that with music. Can we put it together from the top without music and just go real slow from the beginning? Can we do that? We're gonna do that. 5, 6, 7, I would have stayed at home, 'cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, 'cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew it was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Drop. That's it. Can we do it with music? We're gonna do it with music. Ready?
I would have stayed at home, 'cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should have stayed at home, 'cause now there ain't no letting you go.
Great job, great job. Now I'll do one facing the back. I know some of you prefer learning it that way, and I don't teach it that way just because it's weirder to teach it that way. In a dance class, you would learn it that way because you're looking at the back of the teacher, but there's a mirror on the wall so you can really see what the moves look like from the front, which is really the most important part because when you're performing it for your audience, they can see the front of you. So I like you to be able to see everything that's going on in the front, because if I'm teaching you this stuff, you can't see what my hands are doing. Like, you can't tell what my hands are doing right now. So that's why I don't teach it that way, but I'll do it right now so you can practice the whole thing facing the back. And I know some of you do like to learn that way, so I'm sorry. It would just be the longest video ever if I taught it fully both ways. And that's why I always make sure to say, use your right arm, use your left arm, because I know it's reversed when you're learning it. But just pay attention to those cues. And then at the end of all videos from here on out, I used to not do this, but I thought it'd be a good thing to add because so many people asked for this. So I'm gonna do one version facing the back so you can dance along. Great job, great job. I will put a mirrored version in right here because I know some people also like the mirrored version. So that will go right now. That's it, you guys crushed it. Our quar routine for the day. I know that's a really, really lame pun, but guess what? I'm feeling it, so we're going with it. Anything I will teach during social distancing and quarantining will be known as quar routines. So this is Dua Lipa, Break My Heart. I hope you liked it. Leave me any comments below of other dances you would like to learn. I don't really know what to teach next. I have some High School Musical content coming because that seems to be the most popular during quarantine. I also have another number from 6, the musical. I have some throwbacks in the works. Maybe some Britney, maybe a little NSYNC. But if you have anything that you would like to learn, drop me a comment below. If you have any questions, concerns about the dance, I can also answer those and try to help you through that. So write those below. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
She a little white coat.